All right, cool.
This is Kyle's 36th victory in the Camping World Truck Series. And, Kyle, this had to be one of the more scintillating ones as it got very, very close down the last few hundred yards. And just talk about maybe the move you made there, and did you think you were going to get the win?
Yeah, it was, interesting there when we were running on the bottom single file. I didn't know if those outside lane would get to us. And Timothy did it earlier in the race, and then there at the end with about 6 to go, I think it was, Timothy did it again. He had a good push from behind and got to our outside, got down and in front of us there. And then, wasn't sure that we were going to be able to ditch that outside lane and have a clear opening for me to be able to make a move like that come, 3 and 4 coming to the line. So, all circumstances played out in our favor, and it just sort of worked. But coming out of 4, I looked up in the mirror and tried to see where the 98 was, if he was close enough to push me or close enough to just go 3 wide on the both of us, and it didn't seem like he was. So kind of threw a Hail Mary out there and just seen if my truck was faster than a 17, if it would just, pull up on it a little bit on the straightaway, and then I'd just duck out and see if I couldn't make up any ground and get at least break the plane of his rear bumper and start pulling him backwards with a side draft. And luckily it happened and it worked, and the timing was good, and we made it to start finish line first. So just elated, really special moment for this team and for myself, and biggest win for KBM, I believe. And it's a little bit of sorrow with our truck driver Woody, who's in the hospital tonight. Unfortunately he had issues earlier on yesterday, right? So he spent the night there last night and may have to spend the night again tonight. So our thoughts are with him, and hoping that, we'll go over there later and maybe we'll throw the trophy on him and see if he can handle that for the night.
And Eric, talk about this win here with Kyle, and starting off the season this way, and just getting that victory, very, very close win there at the end.
Obviously, it's Daytona. It's the biggest race of the year for us. To come out of here with a win, Kyle's been close. We've been close down here every year that we've been here. I think he's finished second 3 times or something in 6 races. So it's awful big, especially with this new Toyota, the 14 Tundra. Toyota's put a lot of effort into it, the look and the performance side, and everybody at our shop and has worked on this thing for probably the last 7-8 months. So it's a big win for us. We probably didn't get all the pieces and parts till the middle of January. So to come down here and be as strong as we were with all the Toyotas and come out on top with the KBM truck is really big.
Questions now for Kyle or Eric. We'll start here with Reed and move over to Dave.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. I've got 2 for you, Kyle. Well, first of all, this is one off the bucket list. Can you take a little while and enjoy this, or are you already looking forward to Saturday and Sunday at this point?
Both, yeah, certainly. We'll cherish this one. I mean, like I said, it's a big win for KBM, not necessarily just myself, but certainly great for Toyota as well, too, and having Toyota Care on the truck with us tonight and being in victory lane is pretty special. So, but tomorrow comes another day, so, we'll get down to business and see if we can't roll out, the Nationwide Series. We started the trifecta already, so you got to win the first one to be able to win all of them. So we'll see how tomorrow goes and what we can do there. I believe we have a fast Monster Camry, and then also looking forward to Sunday with M&M's Peanut, and know we have a fast car. We screwed some things up in the dual race, but we're fine. They're all back right, so we should be good there.
And second, because Tim was the only guy who could pull the outside line, strategically, might he have been better off staying outside instead of dropping down in front of you for that last run?
The inside lane is always so powerful that he could have stayed up there, and the outside lane accordions a lot, compared to the inside lane, and goes back and forth a little bit. So I think it all depends on who the second guy is on the outside, if he's a good enough pusher or not. I think Ryan was doing a good enough job of helping Timothy where he can get him up there like that. And I don't know who was behind Ryan, but it seemed like they were trying and they were doing okay, but they weren't quite there like Timothy could do the outside lane. So what Timothy was doing, I felt like was right. He was protecting both lanes. He was doing the bottom, he was doing the top. when the top would get a run, though, it's not like a Cup car. It's not a slow run. I mean, it's a fast run. So they're just going to knock your rear bumper off if you block them too much, you know. So you got to be smart about it. And I thought Timothy did everything he needed to do. You know, if anything, he was just a little slow at blocking me to the outside. That was it.
Let's go to Dave. We'll go to Jeff, and then I think, did you have a question, Donna? Okay, Dave, Jeff, Donna.
Dave Coleman, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Kyle, Timothy was obviously coming in a hurry on the outside. Johnny may have had a chance to slip up in front of him and get pushed to the front. How certain were you that Johnny was really committed to you, or did you not even have time to think about that?
We worked pretty good earlier in the race together. You know, he was behind me, and I said, you know, before the competition caution, let's go with 2 to go, see if we can't make up any ground on the outside and do anything together. So he worked with us there, and I thought, okay, you know, he's a pretty good player, and you know, we're both driving Toyota, so that helps, of course. And there at the end, whether he was going to move out of line and go with that outside line or not, he could have. He very easily could have and changed the outcome. You know, that would have put a lot of Toyotas up front. That would have put, let's say, Johnny, Timothy, and then I was leading. I think Joe Nemechek was the next one on the inside, and then the 88 was on the next one on the inside. So could have been a race of 5 Toyotas up there for sure, and that would have made things interesting. But he stuck with us, so I appreciate the support that he gave to us and staying with our rear bumper and, you know, helping what he could there on the last lap.
Let's go to Jeff and then Dinah.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. Kyle, at the end, you pull out and Timothy starts, you know, pushing you toward the wall a little bit. Were you thinking there's no way he's going to back out of it, you know, or how far were you willing to go to the wall? Were you willing to go all the way until he backed off, or, you know, what was the end point for you?
I don't know, Gluck. I think I don't know if he knew or if he could feel me already out there, and that's why he pulled back down or what. But luckily he did, because we were pretty close to the point of where I could hook him, you know, and pull a Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch move coming to the checker. I think that was, 010 or something? I don't remember. But anyways, you know, you didn't want to have to do those stupid things. But I'm just glad it worked out the way it did. I had thought about, you know, if he was going to block me quicker, like I mentioned, you know, I thought about shooting back to the bottom. And by then, I think the 98 would have been close enough to give me a help. You know, his air would have pushed me forward, sort of like an accordion deal. And I might have been able to get by him on the inside. So I had a couple ideas lined up, but I didn't have to go through all of them.
In that moment, are you thinking about what he's thinking about? Like, are you saying to yourself, okay, you know, I know him. He's probably not gonna. He's probably gonna fake me and try to play chicken with me, but then back off, or is it just all happening and you're just reacting to what's happening in front of you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, second part. I'm just reacting to what he's doing. I wasn't thinking anything about what Timothy Peters was thinking. That's way too much for me to do. I didn't want to do that. I definitely don't have that much brain power towards the end of a race like that. Just reaction, doing what I needed, what I thought was right.
Let's go to Dinah and then the young lady behind Allison.
Dinah Pulver with the Daytona Beach News Journal. I'm doing a story about Victory Lane, and you've obviously got quite a bit of experience here in Daytona with that. Can you still remember your first time in Victory Lane here, and how did it feel tonight compared to your previous wins?
Yeah, the first time in Victory Lane here at the Speedway would have been 2004 in the ARCA race. So it was actually I think it was one of the last times of the old Victory Lane. So I pulled into the old Victory Lane, and it was a little quaint, but comfortable. And, you know, it just didn't matter what size it was, as long as your car and yourself and everybody on your team fit in there. So Gary Dehart was my crew chief that day. It was the 87 Dytek car. I was running for Hendrick, and we won that race. And, man, just an amazing feeling of being just 2004. Yeah, I would have been 18 years old. And pulling into Victory Lane here in Daytona was pretty awesome. And then I think my second win here would have been, I want to say it was the Busch Series in 07. The doubleheader in July, I believe it was. And then almost won the next race the same day with McMurray. He beat me by like 2 inches. And then I think I won the July Cup race here in '08, and today the truck race. So it's been pretty cool to win all three of them. I think today was a bigger win just because I completed the quad fecta, I think it's called, and being able to win all four here in Daytona, and just pretty special. Quad's 4, right?
That's 4.
Okay, good. So it was pretty special to be able to do that. Which one means the most? They all are special here in Daytona. I think come Sunday, that one would blow all of them out of the water probably.
Go ahead.
Well, Donna Beth Weilenman, Benicia Harold. I actually was going to ask something really similar to that. But of the 4 that you won here, was there one that seemed to be more challenging, or one that you weren't sure you were going to win till you got there?
I'd say today I wasn't sure I was going to win this one at all. Even on the last lap, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I wasn't sure that I could make a move and get up alongside the 17. So, as soon as I broke the plane, I was like, oh boy, this might be it. And I was like, oh, I hope there's someone not below the 17, because if there's somebody down there, they might beat us all to the line. But man, it worked out right. So pretty cool to win this one. I thought I was really going to win the summer of 10 or 11, whatever that one was, and then I almost ended up on my lid. So that one didn't go so well.
Go to Jenna.
Jennifer AP. Kyle, you used a pretty spectacular move to win the race tonight, and yet it still seems to bother people for whatever reason. Why do you think that is? Is it because it's you, or is it because it's you in the truck series? Do you have any idea?
Why people are mad?
Yeah.
It's me in the truck series. People don't like it. I'm stealing candy from a baby. But, till the rules are changed or everybody else grows up and can beat me, then we're racing. So.
But I mean, you didn't spank the field. I mean,
No.
you used a move, and so it's not like you just dominated and crushed the field.
Right.
So, in my opinion, that this is a little bit different, and you really put on a spectacular show at the very end. So I don't get why the rage tonight.
Oh, there's rage every night, in case you haven't noticed.
Are you okay with that?
There's a block button for a reason, so there you have it. I don't care. I mean, I just do what I'm supposed to do. I have a truck team for a reason, and if I didn't drive it in some races, then it wouldn't be in existence. So I appreciate the support of Toyota for that one, JGR Engines, Monster Energy, all of our partners at KBM. Eric Phillips here wouldn't be employed at KBM. He may be somewhere else, but I love having these guys that I have and doing the best we can with them. And I'm going to enjoy watching Eric Jones race the truck as well when I'm not in it. So everything happens in life for a reason, and sometimes people aren't happy with the way life treats them, and that's their problem. But I'm pretty blessed and happy to be where I'm at, so I appreciate the things that I got going for me.
Speaking of Eric Phillips, Eric ties Rick Wren tonight for the most wins as a crew chief in the Camping World Truck Series, 28.
Better tell Eric Jones to get up on that wheel at Martinsville, boy.
Other questions for Kyle all the way to the other side? This will be our last one.
Chad Dare, Danville Commercial News.
You got to block them, Jenna. You have to block them.
Kyle, you were in the same position a year ago, and you said you had a plan for the last lap, but the caution came out preventing you. Yeah. Was tonight's move the move you planned last year, and was that what we were going to see?
Somewhat, maybe. It just depends on circumstances, how all that was going to line up off turn 4. You definitely. Ooh, that was a big lick. Wow, I haven't seen that. I hope everybody's all right on that one. They are good. Oh, sorry, but the thing about last year was, we weren't able to make it back to the checkered, and I don't really know anything I'm going to do until I do it. So you just have to kind of play it out as it happens. It depends on what's going on behind you. If a guy behind you pushes up and gets to your rear bumper, or if he's too far back and can't help you pass that guy in front of you. So there's so many different things that you're thinking and it's going through your mind. I mean, it's amazing the neutrons moving along in your brain that make you do stupid things. But you know, it happens all for a reason sometimes. And last year wasn't my year, and this year was. So it's cool.